Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Brian Hoffman. Clara has the night off. Well, a massive AI data center planned for our area. How will it affect your water and power bills? We're getting the answers for you, and here's what else we're working on for you tonight. Well, a delay in the case against a Corpus Christi police officer accused of credit card abuse. We're going to tell you what the judge decided. And a possible change to the county work week could translate to cuts to water use. I'll show you what's being considered and how it could impact services. Your Chris 6 News starts now. A Corpus Christi police officer accused of theft has a new court date. Senior Officer Travis Haker was in court for a plea deadline. That deadline is now extended to a docket call on May 21st. Now, Haker faces charges of theft and credit card abuse. Investigators say he stole money from a police nonprofit group. They say that he took funds meant for a scholarship honoring fallen officer Vicente Ortiz Jr. Haker is back on active duty with the department while he awaits trial. And a massive artificial intelligence data center may be coming to the Coastal Bend. A company called Hut 8 announced a $10 billion deal with plans to build the campus in Nueces County. The site will use the NVIDIA technology to power advanced systems. It could become one of the largest AI facilities in the country. The project is expected to bring 1,900 construction jobs to the region. It will also create about 230 permanent jobs. Well, you might be wondering how this project will impact your water supply or if it will raise your power bill. We do have some of the answers for you right now on our website, but tomorrow, Michelle Hoffman and I will interview representatives from the company. We'll keep you updated as soon as we learn more. Well, after Nueces County commissioners issued a water emergency last week, plans are being drawn up for how county buildings can start conserving water. We told you yesterday about how the idea to close down the Nueces County Courthouse building once a week, moving operations is Monday through Friday, which would also impact courtrooms and judicial proceedings. I decided to stop on by the Board of Judges meeting today to find out what that may look like.
For the courts, it's relatively easy. We go back to what we were doing in COVID, and that is if we go to a 4-day work, if the county goes to a 4-day work week for that week, then we'll have courts via Zoom on Friday. So the courts will still be open, right? Insofar as Zoom hearings go, because it's important that we administer justice every day.
It's also important to note that this is still in the planning phase and no decisions have been made yet. County Judge Connie Scott says that she's working with departments to make sure that services can still run daily, which while also figuring out, I should say, how much water could be saved if the county did close 1 day a week. Now, that effort is aimed at possibly reaching the 25% reduction being discussed if a level 1 water emergency is declared.
I'm your Southside Neighborhood News reporter, Jacob Daniels, and these things right here could help neighbors and the entire city deal with the water crisis.
Brent Lanfear uses an atmospheric water generator. The machine pulls in humid coastal air and extracts the moisture. It filters the water and pumps it straight into his home. The system produces about 250 gallons a day.
Hooked up to the house, and that's what we're getting right now. That's what we're drinking and cooking with.
The setup can store up to 3,000 gallons of water, and Brent says he bought it so he would never run out of water during a drought. But that independence comes with a hefty price tag. The system costs more than $30,000 or $300 a month with cheaper options available.
Third graders learning a lesson plan about Corpus Christi's water crisis. I'm your neighborhood news reporter Jada Jenkins in a school where these students are having these conversations despite being so young. At Windsor Park Elementary, students discussed desalination, groundwater, and the ongoing drought.
We had a plan, and to desalinate the water, and it didn't pass the city council, but it would have worked. So it's not because we don't have enough water, it's because we can't make a decision on what to do.
These students have been learning about the water crisis through classroom discussions, asking many of the same questions adults across the city have been asking for months.
Now, you can find all of our water coverage online. It's part of our Running Dry series. Scan that QR code you see right there on your screen, and that's going to take you straight to our website. There you can catch up on all the latest stories. It's time. Let's turn things on over to Chief Meteorologist Stephanie Labra with a quick look at the latest drought report.
Hey there, happy Thursday. It is time to get an update on our drought situation and its impact on our local lakes, our reservoirs. So we'll start off with the drought because we need to cure this issue first before we start seeing big increases, hopefully in the right direction, at our reservoirs. So looking at last week's drought monitor update, still a lot of red in that maroon color in our watershed, but we've done better here locally and in the northern third of the watershed. This week's update takes a lot of that bright red off the map, so we've wiped out a lot of extreme drought and made that severe drought a step in the right direction. So here's the impact that we've seen at our reservoirs. When it comes to Lake Corpus Christi, we're up to 10% as of this afternoon. Choke Canyon, a slightly smaller increase, up to 7.4, combined capacity at 8.1%, where at this time last week we were holding steady over the week. And we've seen huge gains at Lake Texana, 78.3% right now. And that's good because most of our water is still coming down the Mary Roads pipeline. We'll hope to see better increases as we head into next Thursday's drought monitor update with the rainfall we're anticipating heading on into the weekend.
I'm Melissa Trevino in San Diego, where investigators are still working to determine what sparked a house fire that killed 58-year-old Ismael Briones Wednesday morning. Neighbors tell me this fire took a soul who was always cheerful. San Diego volunteer firefighters responded to a house fire on the 700 block of West St. Charles just after 3:15 Wednesday morning. When crews arrived, they said the wooden home was fully engulfed in flames and spreading to a neighboring home.
I'll miss him, and I know that he's already making people smile up there with his smile and his attitude.
That's Vivian Saenz talking about 58-year-old Ismael Smiley Briones, who was found dead after the fire was extinguished.
It's a tragedy. He had a great sense of humor. He had a loving heart, and he was friends. He had many, many, many friends, and he was loved by many.
Smiley's family tells me he was unable to use his arms after a medical procedure he had about 6 years ago, but they say it never stopped him from enjoying life or making others laugh. And still, with that knowledge, Saenz and Smiley's uncle Hector Cantu tell me prayers from the community is what the family needs now as they try to make sense of losing their loved one.
Just pray, that
everything turns out okay.
Yeah, that's it. That everything turns out okay, but it's just hard.
Family members also want the community to know there are currently no official fundraisers or GoFundMe accounts associated with Smiley's death. The investigation into the official cause of the fire is ongoing. Reporting in San Diego, I'm Melissa Trevino, Press 6 News.
Melissa, thank you for that. So gas prices are they are up another 2 cents today, I should say. AAA says that a gallon of regular now averages $4.56, but relief could be on the way at the pump. Oil prices are dropping slightly amid hopes for a ceasefire deal with Iran. The regional source says that Tehran could respond to U.S. proposal today. Still, experts warn prices likely will stay elevated even if the war ends. Now, here's a quick look at what you can expect to pay at the pump closer to home. Average price a gallon of regular gas here in Texas, now $4.09. Here in Corpus Christi, drivers are paying an average of $4.14. And hey, you can save some money over at the gas pump right now. Circle K is holding its fuel day until 7 o'clock tonight. Drivers can save 40 cents on every gallon. 10% of the proceeds will go to Children of Fallen Patriots Foundation. Circle K will donate up to $250,000. The money helps provide scholarships to children who lost a military parent. A deadly virus outbreak on a cruise ship leaves 3 passengers dead. Coming up, we'll explain where the ship is heading next and which U.S. states are monitoring exposed travelers.
You're watching Chris 6, part of the Scripps News Group.
Welcome back. So 3 cruise ship passengers are dead from a hantavirus outbreak, with even more people sick. The World Health Organization is alerting 12 countries about passengers who left the ship. Health experts are racing to stop the spread. Brian Abel has the latest.
A race to contain a deadly virus. Doctors Wednesday flying a passenger from the quarantine ship MV Hondius to Amsterdam, then taken to a German hospital for observation and testing. It's among the latest steps by health experts to trace and stop the spread of the hantavirus.
It is incredibly important to be isolating these patients. These patients should not be walking around without a mask, even though they feel healthy.
Before the severity of the situation was understood, at least 30 passengers from around the globe disembarked from the boat at various ports and are now trying to be tracked down. WHO alerting these 12 countries of nationals who got off the boat at St. Helena Island. In the U.S., officials confirmed 2 passengers are being monitored in Georgia, another in Arizona, and the New York Times reports California residents were on board. Other American passengers reportedly returned to Texas and Virginia. Symptomatic patients in Switzerland, South Africa, and the Netherlands are receiving care.
Just want to show that if we follow public health measures, we can break this chain of transmission, and this doesn't need to be a large epidemic.
Spain has accepted the World Health Organization's request for the ship to arrive in the Canary Islands, so the remaining 146 people from 23 different countries can get off, return home, and be monitored. Despite the frantic work, WHO's Director General insists countries are prepared and the risk of further spread is minimal.
WHO assesses the public health risk as low.
Brian Abel reporting.
Frontier Airlines trying to win over former Spirit customers. The carrier's temporarily waiving the enrollment fee for its discount club. Frontier is also offering extra miles and discounts to help travelers keep their summer plans. Rivals JetBlue and Southwest, they're making similar moves. Both airlines are offering to match the loyalty status of Spirit passengers. JetBlue is also capping fares for people trying to rebook. The city of Corpus Christi wants to help you clear out your litter. The community cleanup event is happening this Saturday. You can bring in your unwanted items to Veterans Memorial High School. The event runs from 9 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon. You can drop off heavy brush and household appliances. Just remember, you have to unload your own items.
Well, a cloudy day that just looked like it wanted to bring us some rain, but we didn't see a whole lot of it. We did see some, but not nearly enough. I'll give you the latest update on this tricky forecast and when you might expect some storms in your neighborhood. Your forecast is next. Hello, happy Thursday to you. We can see the Harbor Bridge today. So if nothing else, that's a visual sign that our humidity has not been as oppressive today. But also look at our beautiful Texas flags atop the towers there on Shoreline. Not going in the same direction. We're having a hard time seeing them from this camera view atop the Chris 6 studio. So yes, our wind direction changed, not as much humidity, and temperatures a lot cooler, but make no mistake, there's still a lot of water in the air around us, and that's still why we have all the clouds out there and a good deal of that hazy view along the horizon. But let's talk about how today shaped up. CCIA bringing in 69 for that morning low temperature, right on the money for our average low temperature. And the afternoon, we didn't make it to 80, but we made it to 79 degrees. That was earlier in the day, I'll tell you that. That was not necessarily an afternoon high temperature, but it still counts. But we're going to be warmer tomorrow anyway, so I hope you enjoyed the cooler temperatures today because we're on the way back up with 80s expected for tomorrow. So let's take a closer look at how humidity is doing across the coastal bend with the Chris 6 Neighborhood Weather Network, taking you to neighborhoods close to the water here in downtown, uptown, and the Bay Area. 78% relative humidity off North Morningside Drive, 85 off Evanwood Drive, 78 I should say, right by there, Nueces Bay Boulevard. So all right, we're kind of in the neighborhood here. We're catching that fetch from the bays. Heading to Kingsville now, we're still sitting in those upper 70s for percentiles, and heading inland across our neighborhoods closest to Choke Canyon and Lake Corpus Christi and Live Oak County, spread between the upper 70s and even a few lower 70s from George West. Now, we've got enough water in the air to do something. Why haven't we seen as much rainfall? There was some rainfall in Kingsville today. Yes, temperatures have been a change, but you know, when it comes to the 70s that we're seeing outside, is that the only thing that's keeping rain out of the picture? Does it have anything to do with it? Let me explain what makes this forecast so tricky. There's a couple of things that we're watching, and small movements of when these things happen or don't happen at the same time, gives us the result we've got. So we're looking at the exact position and movement of this front we've been tracking for days, the timing of help upstairs in the atmosphere to bring those storms to life, and the temperatures do play a role in this. As we head into tomorrow, depending on how warm we get, can we break the cap? It's kind of like the obstacle, the lid on the box, the cap, to make those storms grow and actually give us some rainfall. And could they get kind of strong? All of that is something I've got to watch for when making this forecast for you. So forgive me if I don't have a lot of specifics for you, but here's what we know so far. As we take a wide view of the big weather picture, our front is hanging out to the south, and there have been some showers trending up along the RGV and into parts of central Texas. We have largely been excluded, just a few little showers around the area today, but I think that might change as we head into the overnight period. It looks like our rain chances will be on the up and up, heading close to and beyond midnight. Now, this would just be a few isolated showers and storms that last for the first half of Friday. I think as we go into Friday night and Saturday, that'll be our best chance. But having an opportunity in the morning as well as in the evening, our best chances for rainfall, large and wide, going to be on your Friday. So here's where we're tracking some help upstairs in the atmosphere. This is low pressure, thousands of feet above our heads, and these little wrinkles that happen out ahead of it, depending on the exact location. I mean, if we're 20 or 50 miles off, we may not see the rainfall we expect, and those are the kinds of obstacles a forecaster is dealing with. Either way, I still think Friday will be a productive day for us with rainfall. I think that'll continue on into Saturday, and Mother's Day should be looking fantastic.
Stephanie, thank you so much. So today is National Day of Prayer. People across the country are taking time to pray for the nation. Here in Corpus Christi, a local observance happened today at noon. People gathered at Nueces County Courthouse on Leopard Street. Organizers say that they prayed for our city, states, and nation. They believe now is a time to seek guidance.
It's vitally important that God's people come together to pray, to seek Him, to turn to His ways.
The group also prayed for government leaders to turn to Jesus Christ. The National Day of Prayer happens every year on the first Thursday of May. The tradition dates back to the Continental Congress in 1775. President Harry Truman later signed it into law in 1952. Well, the La Retama Central Library is closed for 2 weeks. Crews are installing new flooring on the first floor. The building must shut down because of harmful fumes from the concrete sealant. You can visit the McDonald or Nayland branches. In the meantime, La Retama will reopen its doors on Tuesday, June 2nd. Well, the Veterans Band of Corpus Christi is heading to Las Vegas for the National Convention. Coming up, how you can help them make the trip.
We'll be doing a...
You're watching Chris 6, part of the Scripps News Group.
Welcome back. So several popular trail mixes are under recall for possible salmonella contamination. The recall includes certain Fisher, Squirrel Brand, and Southern Style nut mixes. It also includes Target's Good and Gather Mexican Street Corn Trail Mix. The snacks contain a seasoning made with recalled dry milk powder. No illnesses have been reported. You should return the recalled mixes for a full refund. A class action lawsuit accuses Cento Fine Foods of mislabeling its canned tomatoes. Customers claim that the company falsely advertises its tomatoes as certified San Marzano. Cento denies the claims. The company says an independent group approves its tomatoes. Cento adds a similar lawsuit was dismissed back in 2020. Well, the Veterans Band of Corpus Christi has a big invitation. Now they just need your help to get there. The band is made up of veterans from all 5 military branches. They are preparing to perform over at the American GI Forum National Convention. They're going to play at 3 different events. That includes the opening ceremony and 2 luncheons. The nonprofit is asking for donations to cover flights, hotels, and meals. The convention will also honor Dr. Hector P. Garcia.
Honor Dr. Garcia, and we have a connection to him, and we will probably not exist in the form that we have without his help in the beginning.
The band plans to announce more ways to donate as the convention gets closer. You can also mail donations to the Veterans Band of Corpus Christi. The address is P.O. Box 8606 with the zip code 78412. This one's pretty cool, folks. Got to check it out. NASA just released thousands of stunning new photos from space. The Artemis II crew took the pictures during their trip around the moon. More than 12,000 100,000 images are now online. They show detailed views of the lunar surface, where Artemis 4 hopes to land in 2028. Those are awesome. I'm so excited to add in new screensavers to my my computer.
Yeah, that's what you got to do, because this is never before seen stuff. It's for the nerds like us, I guess,
Yes.
right? Hey, we're trying to nail down this forecast. It's been tricky, but it looks like this window is opening up through tonight into most of Saturday. So if you have plans to celebrate Mom on Saturday, you might want to do it on Mother's Day proper. I think Friday night might be our best chance for storms, but I wouldn't be surprised if we're waking up to some wet roadways tomorrow. So it's something that we'll be watching. Here's a look at that 7-day forecast. Temperatures, well, I hope you enjoyed the cool down today. We're back to the 80s tomorrow. We're going to be pushing 90 on a Sunday for Mother's Day. And that humidity, it's going to be increasing next week.
Love to see it. Well, thank you so much, Seth. Thank you for tuning in, folks. We will be back at 6 with even more news from your neighborhood. But until then, we are Chris 6, and you are amazing.